Hey Noah, this is John Leschek with Second Moonshot. I thought I'd just do a video on the how to assemble and put your stuff into here. So this is what you're going to get after you unpack it. The packaging is going to be pretty robust. I pack things pretty safely. Let's just leave it at that, and you'll see what I mean when you get it. When you get it in and you unpack it, instead of doing instructions, my standard ones, this one's going to be a little bit of a variation on it, so I thought I'd just do it on a video. So you're going to turn it over onto the back side. Just put a cloth towel underneath it to keep it from getting scratched on the front. Any turn buttons, which are these black poles, just use a Phillips screwdriver to turn them so that you can remove the back. What I'll call as the package out of the inside. So once we've pulled it out, just gonna set that over here. You'll just pick up the whole package right here and just set it, flip it over, and you can discard that piece of paper there. I'm just also going to move the frame, just set that aside from there. Okay, so this is kind of the package, the inside frame, and you're also going to get two optional colors that we mentioned: the Jaws black and the urban. And the urban one is in here. So once you pick the color you want, they'll only fit in one way, so the hole kind of aligns, but basically the shorter side kind of goes here, and you'll know because once you put it on there, the hole's going to be in the center. So we just pick the color you want. In this case, we'll go with the gray. We'll just do the gray one here, and it's going to fit in here right nicely, just like that. So the first thing you'll do, hold on. Go grab a record. The photo's already in there. It's not like glued or taped. It's using Mylar corners. So technically, you can take the photo out, replace it with your photo. And I've got these little tabs. If you do yours, you can just use these little tabs to put it on there and secure it if you don't like the photo that I provided. Technically, it's a 5x7 piece of paper, but the actual image is a 4x6. So you'll take your record. You're just going to line it up to the hole right here in the middle. Don't worry about if it's perfectly flat just yet. Then you're going to have, it's called a Chicago post screw, which is a little bit modified, meaning it's got a spacer attached to it. And it's just simply going to go right into the hole like this. You'll flip it over, and you can just use the screw on the other side. Put it in there. You don't have to tighten it super tight, but you just want to tighten it enough to just keep the record from moving loosely on its own. So once your record's in there, and we probably go a little bit tighter. There we go. Okay, so then the record's going to sit in this way. Now you can kind of straighten it out a little bit as you need to. You're going to see on the back of this, there's some tape on the back. Once you pick the mat, you really could not do it, but I'd say remove at least two pieces of the tape, the top and the bottom, once you pick the mat that you want, and then you'll secure that in there, just line up the top and the bottom perfectly, butt it up against it. They're all designed so they're going to fit right closely to that edge. So now that your record's in place, then you're just going to pull the mat, which also, if you look on the back of the mat, also has some double-sided tape ready to be released. You don't have to use it all. I probably put a little bit overboard on there. But what you're going to do is you're going to pull off, at least I'd probably say pull off the top and the bottom at a minimum, although you can do more. Once you remove it, just lay it loosely on top. If you give it any pressure, push it, it's going to stick, and you don't want it to stick just yet. What you want to do is you want to line up so that the record is perfectly centered in this gray circle. And so once that's done, then you can press it down. That's usually, if you're going to have an issue, that's almost always where it's at in doing it. So once you've done the record, you've put the mats on the top, pretty much at that stage, actually, at that stage, you can just flip it over. It's not, remember, it's not taped in, but flip it over, put it in there, and then turn the turn button so it's all secured. So that's going to kind of get you all set up. It doesn't move so much once the tape is holding the mats in there. So that kind of gives you an idea. You can always give me a call if you have any issues. I think everything should come out pretty good. All right.